Quite a drink there, huh? Good girl, hon. Good girl, honey. Good girl, huh? Wow. Hey, Stephanie, how you doing? You're up early out there today, aren't you? Hey, John, how you doing? It's supposed to rain all night. Didn't get any. It's just south of here. Stephanie, how come you didn't come on for the all-night party, Insomniac party? Hey, Becca, how you doing? We partied. Just got a coffee. Start my day today. Hey, Samka, how you doing? You more relaxed? Hey, John. You should have joined our Insomniac party. Yeah, it's a good view. Yeah, it is. Yeah, all year long. It's Andy and Mayberry area. Oh, does this view look clear on your screen? Oh, you were there, John. No kidding. You're a late night guy, huh? Hey, ABS. How you doing? I don't think I'm going to do too much photography today. Yeah, I love this view. I do. It's like perfect. It's perfect for every. Be a good movie scene because you can see the car coming for like almost 2 miles. Oh, that's weird, John. I'm glad you did, but oh, Anna. Oh, okay, Anna. Where are you located? Oh, Odessa, Texas. Hey, Hunter. Didn't get as cold as it was supposed to last night. Love this. I'm so glad it's like this now. This cold weather. It's not really that cold, but I was mentioning the other day I feel bad about these businesses. Oh yeah, Daisy's doing great. Hey, Lisa. She's got her favorite toy, her favorite Chewy. Girl, huh? I'm gonna go over to my buddy's house tonight. You guys weren't, most of you weren't on last night. I was saying that there's uh, this guy I met when I first transferred to this 4-year college. He had an airplane, and I always liked flying, and uh, I would go out there and like sit and watch planes. And he asked me if I wanted to ride one day, and then I got to be friends with him. Anyway, we would fly from Ann Arbor down to Wauseon, Ohio, that place I go sometimes, and you could land right in this airstrip. It was a private grass airstrip, and you could get your dinner, breakfast, whatever. I took a lot of people down there because it was fun. It was a beautiful flight from Ann Arbor, and you cut across Southwest over Adrian farm country like this. I had great memories of that. And I remember going, my first trip there, I thought, man, I really hope I could get my pilot's license someday and take people down here. Well, I ended up doing that. When you go anywhere, even if it's for a lunch once a month or every other month, over a 35-year period, you kind of get to know people. I mean, they recognize you, they say hello. And there was a restaurant out there, I'm telling you, it's like something out of a movie. It's that uh, uh, county fair that I went to last summer, Wauseon, and I'm telling you, it's worth a trip there, believe it or not. This isn't like a local fair. I mean, it's a big deal, very nice, top-notch entertainment. And I would got to know the guy at the Smith's restaurant. Smith's was busy. You go there sometimes, there'd be a half-hour wait. And it's farm country. It's like this. It's just everything about it I liked. The food. They always had a bunch of cute waitresses working there that were professional. And the guy that owned it, Mike Kreutzer, his dad started it. And it was just like a place to go to. I mean, people from all over went to it. Not, it was like a country diner, but good food. They were kind of famous for their pies. So over the years, I would run into him and he'd come over and say hello. And uh, he was kind of like a wild guy. He ended up marrying a girl, and they had a deal where he was supposed to pick up the kids. They had a few kids, and he made some excuse. This is how it was told to me. This could all be false. And then anyway, she ended up going to get the kids when he was supposed to. And she ended up getting in an accident. And one of the girls died, I think. And she got really busted up in the car accident. And it was all downhill after that. I mean, he went from being a guy in a rural farm community with a, 6,000 square foot home and his own business to her eventually divorcing him. And I would still talk to him, but it wasn't like the days before that happened. It goes to show you how an incident can occur. And things went downhill. The business ended up going out of business. And other places took it over. It was never the same. And I always wondered what happened to him. And I looked him up last night online. I see he died in 2019. And it said that he was a self-employed contractor, which I don't know what that meant. But again, it made me, I don't know why. I don't know. People die all the time and you look people up and it's like, I don't know why that bothered me. I mean, not that bad, but it's like, it just goes to show you how, I mention this from time to time, how life just like gets away from you. And my buddy that's a doctor, he says that life changes in chunks from a medical perspective. It's not subtle. You're a guy like me, you're 65 years old, and you're having fun, and life's not great, but it's pretty good. And then one day, Daisy takes off after a squirrel, and I step down in a hole, and I break my leg, and I gain weight, my blood pressure goes up, and before you know it, I'm not going out. And it's all downhill. You turn into a type 2 diabetic. And that's an example of that. Now, this guy is 5 years younger than me, but I guess I just know the whole story for a long period of time, like 35 or 45 years. I remember in him when he was just like a young guy, getting his ass chewed for dating the waitresses, and married, daughter gets killed in a wreck, divorced, had it made, like my nephew, 5 McDonald's franchises, 9 kids, and now he's broke, has no teeth, and the kids are writing nasty comments on Facebook about their mother that she stole everything they cherished. This guy was making almost 500 grand a year not going to work. He's gotten fired from his last 2 truck driving jobs. My sister, who spoiled him, is 81 in bad health, COPD. And a guy told me the other day she has a abdominal aneurysm and doesn't get out of the house much. I haven't talked to her in 6 years. But I tell you, man, it's thought-provoking because now I know why when you're younger and adults tell you things, they saw this happen before and you didn't, and you're young and you're naive and you don't think they know what they're talking about, but they do. Things fall apart in chunks. It's not subtle, including your health. So you got to be careful on that. And in this guy's case, and I don't know, I can't say this is accurate. I'm just telling you the way it was told to me a couple times. But it all started with this wife blaming him for the death of their daughter because he was the guy that should have been picking them up after school. Now, you could argue it either way till the day you died, and we'll never know. But look how it all panned out. And in his photo in the obituary, he didn't look too good. Now, he said he died with family by his side. So, but boy, it really got me thinking. And my own nephew here, he's got these 9 kids, and at least the older ones, the ones from 20 down to like 16, are like, they went from like dropping 25 grand in 2 weeks at Atlantis in the Bahamas on their 40-foot Chris Craft boat. They're washing dishes now at a local pizzeria. Yeah. Hey, Mary. Circle of life, yeah. But I mean, gosh, it's the same thing with, like, if, you got people that say it's when it's your time. I don't believe that. I'm a probability guy. Odds. I don't think anything of flying an airplane. I didn't think anything of skydiving. But I'm not riding a motorcycle. You follow me? But some people think when it's their time and it's their time. I don't think like that. And I'll tell you, if I was a parent and my kids were living with me or I was paying the bills, you're not riding a motorcycle. No, there's nothing I can do about it when you get out of here. But these are things I think about sometimes. I don't have any regrets about not having kids. I never wanted them. But I think I would have been like too strict of a dad. My parents didn't care what I did. I'm lucky I survived it. But you get out and you learn things, and you see people get it broke off in their ass. You see them going from having it made to those examples that I just gave you. I don't wish this on anybody, but like this Alec Baldwin thing, I don't know what the details are of that. But in a large way, a significant way, his life is like majorly changed till the day he dies. It's going to be the elephant in the room when he shows up. He's not that well liked anyway. And you consider the circumstances and whose life ended up ending over this stuff, regardless. You can't tell the media is really on this stuff like it was just the OK Cal saloon and, they'd warned them and there were no safety procedures. That's why court hearings and criminal probes are important, because it takes away the National Enquirer from convicting you in the media. It may be all bullshit. It may be a disgruntled employee that you canned because he showed up for work 2 hours late every day. It's hard to get to the truth nowadays. Hey, Mary, are you taking any photos? Are you taking any photos? Oh, are you go that, huh? Yeah, we dodged. We were supposed to get rain all night long. If you look, it's south of here. It was going straight east. Looks like it's just north of Saginaw. Yeah, Daisy's a good dog. I got lucky with Daisy. Super great dog. Hey, Penny. Circle of life. No kidding. Godot, do you read much or anything? You got any like hobbies? Like something that you enjoy? Oh, really, Anna? Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, you feel isolated. Nothing paying good. Yeah, I know you're telling the truth. You know, that's how it is everywhere now. Not with every circumstance, but, I try to keep myself from like just going on about what I see, but, oh, it's starting to rain right now. But the money in anything is like, for the middle class, is barely hanging in there. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Anna. Yeah, I felt like that before a couple times. I'll tell you this, I'm glad I'm not younger. Oh, you do, Gonut? Oh, you're an avid reader, huh? Now, where do you live, Gonut? I buy a lot of books, and I don't know if you're familiar with Better World Books out of Mishawaka, Indiana, but they're on eBay. Are you familiar with that outfit? Yeah, sorry about that, Anna. That's how it is. I wish I could help you some way. 56. Oh, okay. Yeah, check them out on eBay. I bought a lot of books from that place. Sometimes I get $300 medical books that for $5 that were still in the wrapper. There's a term used for libraries that get rid of books periodically. I forget the name of it. It's like disincension or something like that, where periodically they purge their inventory. And that's where these places get these books. And some of them are by publishers. Like, let's say if you decide to make a book on neuroanatomy, and you sell as many as you can for $300 a piece, and then before you know it, they're turned in and they're sold used, and you got 1,000 brand new ones left. I've noticed that in the antique business sometimes. What'll happen is you'll go into an antique or a rare document store, and let's say they're asking 30,000 for a Abraham Lincoln letter, and you said, "Can I give you 29?" It's like, no, 30,000. That's what we want for it. So you don't buy it. You're never going to get it for $29,000. But 6 months later, that same seller will think nothing of sending that Abraham Lincoln letter to an auction house like Bonham's in New York. And if it only brings 10 grand, he's happy. That happens with a lot of things. People try and maintain a price line in their retail outfit. You're not going to get it any cheaper, but when they decide to throw in the towel, they don't care what it goes for somewhere else to a stranger for a much less dollar amount. Oh, you got that, John. You get wiser. Hey, Backwoods. But hear this guy down there in Ohio now. I just wonder how his kids are turning out and stuff. That's another thing too. I mean, I happened to look up his Facebook. Here he was posting right before he died, so I don't know what the situation is. I see that a lot. You guys ever do that? You find somebody ends up getting run over by a train or something. You look on their Facebook and they were placing, putting smiley faces on there an hour before they got to that intersection. Oh, you read the Bible, Anna, huh? Oh, wow. You need to talk to Simka then. She reads the Bible a lot. Yeah, right. That's how I am, Penny. Yeah. Yep. Life is good. Yep. But I've seen it can get a hold of you and be on a runaway train. It's a chat, Charles. Yeah, sorry about that, Anna. Now, Anna, it's not my business, and I wish the best for you, but and you may say I'm wrong for saying this, but religion's okay and everything, and obviously you're a believer, but I don't know if I'd place all my eggs in that one basket. Here's my point. If you look at people that have like mental difficulties, depression, stuff like that, if you read academic publications, basically the consensus and the summary is that if you're struggling with a lot of mental health issues, the worst place you can go is to a church or a clergyman. They're just not equipped to deal with a biochemical issue. Everything isn't going to be all right by reading the Bible. That's my point. Hey, Joe. You know what I mean? I mean, you can look at this a lot of ways, but I just don't think going to bed at night and praying is uh, all that. Well, good for you. Yeah, right, Sharon. Yep. No, they don't. They don't, Sharon. Mm-mm. But in fairness to religion, if you look at a clinical setting for psychiatric issues, it isn't like they're batting 1,000 either with medication and cognitive based therapy. And you know what I mean? Oh, you do, Sharon. See, I don't find any evidence of that, Sharon. I don't. Yeah, that's what I say, Mike. Yeah. Pizza and liquor. That's the way to go. Some asshole made a post this morning. They saw Tassie high in August walking down Telegraph. I deleted it. Even if they did, I don't want that on there. But I don't believe it. No, I'm with that, Sharon. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yep. I would agree with that. Oh, do you, Charles? Yeah, I mean, that may be true. I know a lady that lived out in Northern California. She named her daughter Epiphany. I'll tell you what I believe in, for sure. You can count on this. Rock solid. I'll get t-shirts made up if I have to. Shit luck. I don't know if you know what that is, Charles. Are you familiar with that? Shit luck? That's what I'm going to hang my hat on today in today's tidbit of experience speaking. Good for you, be more birds. Wow. Yeah, she's kind of a nut. But that's subjective. Speaking of that, Sharon, you know that psychiatrist that helped me so much up in Petoskey and Kinchlow got his damn license taken away. I'm going to call him today, actually. I'm going to get a hold of him. I don't know what the hell I could do for him, but I just hope he didn't get railroaded. What a drag. He went to Tufts and he did an internship and later a residency at Harvard. That's not like going to Harvard either, but it's still good. Had a successful career as a psychiatrist. And then here at the end of your life, the major thing everybody worries about that's a professional is you get your license stripped away. There's no happy retirement party for that. I gotta wonder, I'd like to be a fly on the wall on how a psychiatrist deals with losing his professional license at the end of his career, what his feelings are, and how he would handle his own problems different than what he'd tell you under similar circumstances. I'll never know, but it interests me. I just don't know if it's don't do as I do as I say, or take these 2 pills, swallow them with a big glass of water, and get back with me. See you next week. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that, Pecan. Sorry about that. But really, I mean, you think about that, whether you're an airline pilot, nurse, doctor, you're getting to the end of your career and you get your damn license taken from you. And this isn't just like they come and snatch it off the wall and you're chasing them down the street. This is hearings and bullshit and allegations and lawyers and delays. And by the time they tell you that you're in trouble to the time you realize it for sure, it's probably a 3 or 4 year process. I don't even know what happened and I feel bad for the guy. Yeah, he is, Penny. Yeah. Once you lose, well, not so much with a psychiatrist, but if you're a doctor, when I was doing a lot of PI work in Illinois and Indiana, there was a couple down around, was it Fort Wayne, Napanee? Anyway, long story short, he was an ophthalmologist, had a killer business, and they were professional ballroom dancers, and they traveled all over, and they were well known. He ended up getting charged with some Medicare, Medicaid fraud. And about a month after they were charged, they went into his office and he shot his wife between the eyes and then killed himself. And they wrote a long 30-page letter, and part of it was published in a local paper down there. And basically the gist of it was that they were innocent, was bullshit, but that once as a doctor that did a lot of eye surgeries, once he was suspended and lost his holiday privileges, his hospital privileges, he effectively was out of business as a physician. And he said that over time, even if he'd have been acquitted, it would have been a 3-year period. And, you know, they had a nice house and stuff, and they decided to end their lives over that. Oh, okay, Anna. Yeah, right, John. Yeah, isn't that the truth? Yeah, Charles, right. It's expensive. We ended up not having a OBGYN guy here for like 10 years. It's because no one was willing to pay the malpractice insurance. If you look at lawsuits and OBGYNs in communities like this, where it's kind of like a lot of people with not a lot of money and almost 90% of the births are through Medicaid reimbursement, there's a high propensity for those kind of people to sue. It's just the way it is. So when you're an underwriter and you do your due diligence and you look at the area, you just, jack up a premium to where before you know it, it doesn't make sense for anybody to be here. It's like an old boat. I mean, the last week I've been going around a lot of marinas. You see these big, beautiful Chris Craft boats that were built in the 60s and 70s, 40, 50 footers. You can buy them for 25 grand. They look like something to be on Gilligan's Island. I was talking to a guy that really knew his stuff, and he said those old wooden boats, even if they're in perfect condition, by the time you get them, you can count on about $4.13 a mile to own and operate one. $4.13 a mile. They're gas guzzlers. A lot of them have big block Chevy gas engines in them. So I can see people, and they're almost impossible to sell. But the point here is it's nothing to have more money in a boat than you'll ever get for it. That's why when you go into these marinas and you see all these boats with for sale signs, that's why they never sell. Because you can pay $5,000 for it. You need to put $25,000 into it to get it to float and go somewhere in it, and it's still only going to be worth 10. That's kind of how the underwriting OBGYN insurance issue is in places like this. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, Sharon, that's true. Yeah, I mean, I just saw a couple yesterday over in Bay City. I mean, they're beautiful. I mean, they're like 35 feet, sleep like 8, teak wood all over. I don't know what it costs to get one of those things. They got that big like sling, that hoist that puts them in and out. You just think, well, I'll just take it out in the bay and just drive it out there a couple of miles and read the newspaper. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. I still, I was looking at them about 3 months ago. I thought maybe that'd just be a new experience. Just buy this thing and show everybody on a daily video how I'm slowly going broke. Then I could beg everyone halfway down to Florida that I need $105,000 for a new engine. No way, I know better. Virtue. I'll take my $458 kayak and paddle down the Lake George. High maintenance is right, George. When I was over in Taos about a week ago, I knew this already, but when you want something, you get this in your mind. It's crazy. It's like these old men and mail order brides. I joke about it, but you got to have a screw loose. So I drove through and I looked at one. There's a really nice one over there, 36 feet. It's like they think they want 25 grand for it. And I was talking to this guy, and anyway, at the end of the conversation, he says, "Don't ever forget this. The 2 only good days you're ever going to have as a boat owner is the day you bought it and the day you sold it." Words of wisdom. Yeah, that's kind of changed, though, in some religions, John. It's not like it used to be, particularly with the Catholics. Oh, they're scammers, Anna, huh? Yeah, isn't that something, Brian? Yeah. I fell right asleep, got up at 10. But I had 2 hours of sleep before I went on last night. So that's about what I get, 7. Yeah, you're right about that, Charles. But they're all over. Just go type in wooden boat, northern Michigan. They're all over the place. It's not, right, Simca? No, RVs too. Funny, I'm not a fan of his, but I just happened to catch where Jimmy Kimmel was making a comment about owning a RV. What a piece of junk it was. I can give you more stories of people that bought RVs and that smile was wiped off their face within 100 miles of Yellowstone. Transmission dropped, started leaking. You watch some of those YouTube videos when those RVs go off the road. You don't even need to hit anything. The sides just start coming off. I'll tell you what else is like that. Commercial buses, like Greyhound buses, are the kind they take like tours on. You talk about flimsy. They're not anywhere near the standards of an automobile or a pickup truck. And a pickup truck's not anywhere near the standards as an automobile, safety-wise. When those old tour buses, when the bus driver, they only make about $10 an hour. Look it up. I thought of doing that for a while, driving a tour bus, till I found out what they paid. It's not the money so much as the risk. And I'm not taking that kind of risk for 10 bucks an hour. But you get a guy 10 bucks an hour, he's burning the candle at both ends. He's got a YouTube channel like me, and he's up talking for 2 hours when he should be sleeping. Well, you know what? He dozes off, and that thing goes off the side of the road on his way to Denver, and, the sides fall off, the roof comes off, the seats break off easy. They're not safe at all. Oh, blasphemy. Okay. Yeah, you're right, Brian. You got to give those people with boats and RVs a A+ for marketing. They show the family with their face all bright next to a campfire, and all the kids got a big smile with a marshmallow on the end of a stick, and the dog's wagging his tail. Oh, that's all right, John. It's okay. That's okay. I do it too, like politics and stuff. You wish you would have kept your mouth shut. Yeah, it's not like that at all. I mean, I guess it is sometimes. Look at the used prices they're getting for like these campers and stuff. Those old Volkswagen campers. You couldn't give those things away 30 years ago. Now they're going for 35 grand. I just don't get this. And camping isn't cheap either. I don't like camping. Nope. Yeah, they hide on. Yep, they sure do. Because yep. And God forbid if you're in one like up here in northern Michigan, it's almost impossible to winterize them appropriately. They're not made for cold weather. Oh, okay, Anna. You have fun. Oh, I believe it, Brian. Do you, Stephanie, like camping in a camper? I don't know, Charles. I don't really focus on anything. Oh, did he ever get lucky on that, Stephanie? Oh, you do, Mike? Oh, really? Oh, cool, Stephanie. Yeah, it never interested me. I don't like how you gotta be so close next to people. Yeah, I know they have a live stream up there. Yeah, I know it. Yeah, I've looked at that before. It's pretty good. That Leland's an interesting place. I mean, again, it's like a lot. Like you go there, you look around like I do, and you get out of it. You go crazy living there full time. I think you should go there. Sorry about your football team losing, especially to Illinois. That hurts. Yeah, it is green penny. Still is weird. These farmers, there's like a romantic vibe presented in farming, but I don't think it's like, I'm not sure it's valid. Like some of these guys, like, they got a couple hundred acres. They got the same wife and they're looking at the same thing for like 50 years. I don't think it'd be for me. Obviously, it works for some people, but a lot of these farmers work second jobs now. Yeah, they are. Hey, Mia. Daisy sawing logs. No, I didn't. I only stayed up about 4 hours. I went to bed at 5, got up at 10. Hey, Emily, how you doing? How you been? Yeah, we had a fun time. No, we got lucky. The rain's all south of here. It's supposed to rain all night, and it didn't. Yeah, she's sleepy. She's not a morning to it. Or she does need a BiPAP. Lunch, some of that chicken I got yesterday. Got a leftover chicken. Hey, Stacy. Yeah, I've lived up here for like 10 years, and I don't go there that much. It's really not my type thing, but here I've eaten there twice in a month. It's like going into a museum and getting served dinner. It's called Iva's. It's in Sterling, Michigan. I think it's opened in 1934. No, I had 2 hours before that, Simca, though. No, it's not enough for me either, but I had 2 hours before that. So 7, that's what I get. Yeah, people complain around here that uh, that's mostly next weekends are next. They is the last weekend they're open, then they close till spring. It's like kind of expensive, I guess. People bitch about it all the time. It's like $20. Mine was $20. I always leave them a good tip, but the waitresses are like, I know this sounds corny as hell. June Lockhart and all the daughters are cheerleaders and they're into 4-H. And even though it seems like a Saturday Night Live skit, it's real. I mean, it's just like the all-American mothers working there part-time as waitresses, and it's got like 4 generations cooking chicken, and it's just I guess I'm getting older, like I'm getting to be a sap for this stuff. For all I know, all those older, sweet, nice waitresses are all in a bondage club in Detroit. But at least they present a side that seems attractive and old-fashioned to me. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I never was a Zenders fan, to tell you the truth. Yeah. You know what I mean, Brian? I'm suspicious of everything, but not as bad as I used to be. I'm really mellowing out. Yeah, yeah, it's me, Charles. Yep, yep. No, you're not being rude, Charles, but you sure are a guy here that isn't exactly fun to have around. You know what I mean? I'm sure this has been brought up to you before. Rather than just leave the conversation, you kind of hang around and just make inappropriate innuendos and comments. Anybody that says not trying to be rude, watch out. That's you. Yep. I think there's probably better places for you to go, Charles, if you know what I mean. Yeah, Brian, I believe it. No, it's true. You're right, Stacy. It's not. It's true. That's it, Mike. Yeah, I don't doubt that you do, Charles. Yeah, I believe it, Sharon. Yeah, it's not worth it anymore. I think the average ER visit now, after a 5 hour wait, is like $2,900. You know what I mean, Mia? Charles, I think you might like a channel called Babbling with Bobbles much better. I think you'd fit in better. Yeah, you're right, Sharon. It has changed. Yeah. Oh, really, Herkimer? Oh, really, Mia? My mom used to like chocolate cream pie. That's another thing, too. There's places up here. There's a place down in Cucaulin. They're around up north. Homemade pies. You go look in the trash bin. It's nothing but just gallon cans that have been opened to filling. That's another thing. What's homemade? Hey, me candy. Hey, Pug. That's it, John. Yeah, see you, Charles. Bye bye, Charles. Good job, Frederick. Good job, Frederick. Yeah, right, Mia. Yep. Oh, really, Simka? How long ago did that happen? Yeah, it's with a B, Charles. Yep. Think you'd fit in much better over there. Meat candy. Faith thought it was sexually related. Well, how did he make out over that? Meat candy. I told you if I hit the Powerball and I get a big boat, the first boat I'm going to name Shitluck, and the second one I'm going to name Meat Candy. Because everywhere I pull into port, they're gonna want to know what that means. Meat Candy. Do you guys think that's a good name for a boat, Meat Candy? Oh, sorry about that, Simk. I didn't know that. Yeah, you could, me. Yeah. Uh, yeah, but other than just like a scratch or some sore muscles, isn't that about it for you, man? Hey, Philip. No, not really. I mean, you're going to have to show damages. And the only way you can do that is like physical therapy bills. Uh, you were off work 2 weeks because your back hurt. You know, you have a nervous breakdown when you see a shopping cart, that kind of stuff. Basically, honestly, there's no money in it. Yeah, good, man. Yeah, bad sprain. Yeah, it's probably true. I mean, you'll get that bill paid, that's for sure. But there's no money in it. I mean, there's a threshold for compensation. And even though I'm sorry that happened to you, it's you're don't count on it. It's the point here. Yeah, they better pay the bill. That's exactly right. Yep. But here's the interesting thing about that, and that is that the money is at Walmart. It isn't with the guy that pushed the cart. He may be broke. Oh, really, Sharon? Yeah, I mean it's worth a try. What they can do sometimes is in good faith. There's companies like that. They don't want any bad publicity, and they want your shopping experience there to be good, even if some jack off made it turn out otherwise. So it's worth a try. Soda and White Sox. It is, Mia. Yeah, right, Semke. Yep. Yeah, voucher. That makes sense. Yep. I mean, it basically comes down. There's nothing that Walmart could have done to prevent that from happening. I mean, the onus is on the guy that pushed the cart. But how did the chocolate cream pie? Did that just kill the mood? Yeah, that's a good idea. Shopping carts. Yeah, I'll do that. That's a good idea. Oh, good. So you still got it. That a girl. It's my girl. Good for you. Right, Emily. Yeah. Wouldn't it be, Brian? Oh, yeah. I got to look that up. I meant to do that before I'll look that up when I'm done here. Yep. Santa's reindeer. Did you get your GoPro yet? You got to do some of that crazy stuff in January, throw water up in the air and watch it instantly freeze. Oh, you didn't have to do that, Charles. Yeah, we're so used to stalkers here that I'm probably trigger happy, so I apologize. Oh, I don't feel bad. Good, I'd say good. I'd say good, Philip. Get back with me an hour from now. Yeah, we just get like stalked and harassed so much. I think you could understand that, Charles. That's right, John. Yep. Yeah, meat candy's living in a gold mine. Yeah, they do meat candy, yep. I didn't realize you had that kind of experience with some of these clowns. No, don't get a refurbished one. Don't. Get the GoPro 9. They're offering periodic deals on them. $349 and a free charger with 2 batteries. Extra charger. The charger that comes with the GoPro sucks. Besides, like when I go out, like take a day when I go out, when I do those driving videos, which is kind of extreme, I'll go through 8 fully charged batteries, and that's on a 55 to 60 degree day. Get the GoPro 9. Do not get a refurbished one. The price isn't that much different. For $50, you can get a brand new one in a year warranty. GoPro 7's fine. Yeah, GoPro 7's fine. But, I mean, there is a little difference in a GoPro 9, and the dollar amount isn't that much. That's the funny thing about these GoPros. When the new ones come out, the old ones don't get that much cheaper. Anything under 7, though, I wouldn't mess with. GoPro 7. Oh, thank you, Mia. Yeah, you'll have to be around me someday when I have a temper tantrum. Yeah, get the GoPro 9. It's a good deal on them right now. They go back and forth between $349 and $399. Get the $349 one. 49. I don't know. It changes around a lot. It's weird. And you get a year insurance. Something happens to it. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to buy a refurbished one. I did. I did that on both my GoPros about 2 weeks ago, which is like pulling teeth with me. Because usually, if you look at the update, like I'll give you an example. I use Power Director 15, and I think they're up to 20 or 21. And why don't I update? It's not that I got a problem with the extra money. It works. That's why I don't update. And a lot of this new stuff, when I look at the updates like on a GoPro, honestly, I probably shouldn't have updated either one. Because if you look at what the fix is, it's not significant to me. So believe me, when I got something that involves software and it's working, I really think twice about updating. I mean, look at all the bullshit Windows went through for years. It's much better now. But I did do the updates. I did. It's stupid, really, but I did them anyway. Oh, shit. I mean, Philip, honestly, these GoPros are finicky little gadgets. You got a ton of technology, you know, contained in something you can slip in your pocket. They do weird shit. They do. I mean, I think everything that can go wrong with a GoPro, and it's not broken. That's the thing. It's not like I got a defective one. It's happened to me. Turning off when it shouldn't, turning on when it shouldn't, taping in a different mode, taping in a different speed. Yeah, I mean, one thing I've learned with GoPro, and that is, this is what can happen on a GoPro. You begrudgingly read the manual. You want to get it to look this way, so you do all these settings, and then you hit record. There's times when you go to move the camera, it'll change settings, and you don't even know it. So what I tell people, that's one big advantage of the dual screen on the GoPro, because when you're setting one up, like on the roof of a van like mine, I put it on the setting I want, and I push record. You know, I'm not too much of an editing guy, and sometimes you'll see like 9 seconds of my feet or my zipper or Daisy's ass. And the reason for that is because I've been burned enough on it recording on a mode that I wasn't interested in. So what I'll do is I'll hit record. Once it's recording, it's staying on that mode. And it guarantees me that when I click it into the holder, I set it on the tripod or whatever, it's what I want. Because I've just been burned too many times of like setting it up and then reaching up and hitting it with my finger. I check it out and it's not at all what I wanted. So you get 9 seconds of footage where I'm putting it where I want it from where I hit the start button. And that's just because I want to make sure it's in that mode. But they're glitchy, finicky things. They'll drive you nuts. That's why new people, when they've never had a GoPro, they'll drive you crazy because it's not doing something that it should be doing. You're thinking you're doing it wrong. You're not. It's a glitchy GoPro. It's a lot of fun, but there's certain little tricks to it, and that's one of them. And another thing too, the battery. Uh, don't believe it. Once that thing hits yellow and it shows you, especially when you're on like 4K 60p, which uses a lot of power. People, say, well, why would he? The higher the frame rate, where that works is like, let's say you're driving down the road, and I'm using 4K 60p. The trees aren't blurry. If I'm using 30p, the trees are blurry. So there are subtle differences in these settings. It all depends on the application. No, it's not, Emily. It's a pain in the ass. I get so pissed off at it sometimes. I've set one up too before, come back later, and 10 seconds after I left it, it turned off. They're glitchy, weird things. One of the two that I have, I use two of them. It keeps telling me to set the time and date, and I've done it about 1,000,000 times. Yeah, didn't you take yours back, Philip? Didn't you take them back? Do you have any now? No, I don't think. No, I think Simca, I think you took that off accidentally. I think you hit your button on your phone. Mary didn't say anything wrong, Simca. Did you realize you did that? Yeah, you're right, Penny. Good catch. Yeah, well, let me tell you about those 360s. You talk about going through battery power big time. And look at the SIM card that you got, or the SD card you have to buy. It's about a $300 SD card. I was going to get one, but the more I looked at it, let me tell you, Philip, it's bad enough 4K. I think 6K, they're just running out of things to market. When I read everything, looked at them, looked at what they did, I said, I don't want one of these. I got enough problems. Yeah, because you see where it got deleted? Where it says message deleted. And she didn't say anything wrong. No, yeah, I know what you mean, meat candy, yeah. Oh, are you in or Neil? There's a new external battery charger coming out for GoPro that ought to be out any day. I think it's coming out in January. I just sent Jeff, Virginia Wolf, a link to it. I don't know if that's going to help things, honestly, because when you're doing one problem with GoPros, nothing like it used to be. Now, the new one, the GoPro 10, they're having overheating problems. And that is an issue, but it's an issue with a lot of things that are battery powered on a hot day where the ambient temperature is 80 and above. Definitely an Asus, ASUS. And if you're budget conscious, you don't want to skimp on the processor and your RAM. Asus by a large margin. There's a place, you're going to freak out when you see the cost of some of these. And I wouldn't, just my own subjective, worthless opinion, I already dread doing 4K. I'm not so sure it's necessary. But, everybody's trying for the clearest picture you can get. But 6K, I don't want to have anything to do with, and 8K is even worse. It's not necessary. Most people don't even have a 4K screen, and they're watching it on their phone, which keeps the image small so you don't need it. There's a place in Cleveland, Ohio. You can buy through them on eBay and Amazon as well. It's called Adamant, Adamant. Don't get suckered on one of these Best Buy dinosaurs or these eBay things or Hewlett Packard bullshit. You get what you pay for. And when you're doing even 4K video, what you'll find is, like a guy like me, I have an older Asus, 4 years. I'm about ready to upgrade myself. I'm barely getting by with what I want. I can do simple editing, but if you go into like other editing. I'm not an editing guy, so I don't really care. But if you go in to use the better apps that are on editing programs, I couldn't do them on the computer that I have now. All I do is mute things, add music, and splice them together, which isn't a lot of processing power, so I get away with it. But if I was trying to like make a little mini documentary, I couldn't do it. It'd be the timer light would be on the whole time. But get ASUS, ASUS, and if you really pull the trigger on getting a computer, let me know and I'll walk you through the minimum requirements. I'm not an Apple guy. I would definitely get at a minimum an i7 processor. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing you don't want to you get what you pay for on a computer. I mean, when you know, things have like changed, and I run into that with people all the time. They'll ask me, it's like, why isn't this working? Well, tell you why. You don't have the right processor and you don't have enough RAM. Everything's overheating. It's locking up your computer. You're hitting Control Alt Delete N because the damn thing hasn't done shit for 20 minutes straight, and you could fry an egg on the keyboard. That's why. But those guys at Adamant, I've talked to them on the phone before, and I've never bought from them, but I'm going to next time. They know their shit, and they don't sell junk. Even if you got the lower end computer that they were selling, it's going to work or they're not going to sell it to you. I mean, there's very few of these places left. But it's easy to, if you're like a person like you and you really haven't bought something that didn't work like you thought it would, to go budget conscious. But go with the interest-free payments and get it through eBay or Amazon if you have to, and you can get a better computer. And really, technically, it doesn't cost you anymore. You're just spreading it out over time. But yeah, don't skimp on that. That was really a joke, Sharon. I was just sitting there. I shouldn't have done that because I know it looks like clickbait, but I was just joking that I happened to be in front of a hotel and I was thinking of Becky. And most of the time, like on a Sunday, nobody comes on anyway. But I was just kidding. Yeah, but Interneal, they got when you get now when you buy the deal a GoPro, it comes with a year insurance, which is pretty good. No questions asked. So if you step on it, they do charge you $90, but it's really not a fair comparison to a cell phone and a GoPro. You know, GoPros, I'm telling you, from what I know and my experience in cameras, take like the latest. I didn't get the 10 because they're having overheating issues again. Like I said, my nines work. I got two of them. I'm happy with them. But time lapse is great. The photos are great. You can put them underwater. I mean, a GoPro ought to be about $1,500 for what it does. So I think at $349 with two free batteries and an external charger, you can't beat it. No, I know. I shouldn't have done that. I wasn't. I do talk to her from time to time. Last time was about 3 weeks ago, and but I shouldn't have done that. I didn't think anybody'd take it serious because I wasn't in Detroit and shouldn't have done it. Yeah, people. I mean, I said that a long time ago, like a couple years ago. Because at the time people were thinking I'm having an affair with Becky and we're going to get married. And, this crazy stalking bullshit. So once that happened, and I started referring to her as the apple of my eye, and it kind of took off and it gets brought up. So that's why I said that. Yeah, she's doing better. She's not working the streets. Still drugs, but I think not working the streets is an improvement. No, you're lucky, Susan. You're lucky. Hey, Mike. Yeah, they're nuts. It'll happen to you too if you get a channel. Oh, okay, internet. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd say it's an improvement. Yeah, it's Daisy, yeah. Yeah, I feel bad. I mean, it is an improvement. I mean, it is. I mean, what can I say? It is. No, they don't get to me. No, I've been a shit talker my whole life. I played a lot of competitive sports, and I'm just kind of like that anyway. I mean, I have no problems locking horns. I mean, it's 50-50 with me, really. I got the best of both worlds. I can go either way with it. Hey, Beefus. What's interesting to me is that people are really interested in these women. There's real mystique to a working sex worker that you kind of get to know and befriend on Facebook. And I noticed a lot of these suburban housewives, like they really get a charge out of talking to Becky and Tassie and stuff. It's weird, isn't it? It's a nice view, yeah. I think I will be going to Ann Arbor in the next couple of weeks. I'll stop by and see Gary. That's the guy that sells perfume and stuff. Becky's friend. He's a good guy. Gary's a great guy. And he does take care of Becky when she needs it. Bails her out. I would love to know. Gary lives in a nice apartment in a nice city, Ann Arbor. And I don't know if that's happening now, but she'd come out and spend 2 or 3 days with Gary. And I would just love to be a fly on the wall when the neighbors come in and out and see Becky with Gary, just to see the reactions on their face. Great, Rustic. Great. He actually does very well on that, Philip. He's been around. I'm not saying this in a negative way, a shrewd, educated Jew that happens to be a gentleman. If there was anybody that was going to make money, it's Gary, and he's done it for a long time. He used to own pharmacies. Gary's a University of Michigan graduate. Comes from a wealthy family. He's a good guy. I mean, look at his inventory. You want me to get you a bottle of that, what he calls panty droppers? You have any use for that, or is it I catch you too late in life? Yeah, I mean, when I was younger, I used to go down there. There was a time when I was like 18, 19. We go right down, not far from where those girls are, and get blowjobs. My buddies and I. Yeah, he was right. That was good. Good comment he made, Meat Candy. I mean, it doesn't even faze me to tell you the truth. I don't know why I got like that. I mean, you guys know I'm not like a religious guy, but it seems like all I can blame it or be thankful for is the spirit of Johnny Holmes and Linda Lovelace. Nothing else explains it, but in a weird way, and I don't know why this happened. It just seemed like I got like led down there and started doing this, and I really am glad that I did. I put it in like a top event in my life, like knowing these people. It's nuts. I don't really know why. I think my friendship with them is like an endorphin rush of like another world. I can't quite explain it. I mean, a lot of them, it's constant chaos, and it doesn't bother me like it would with like if my best man at my wedding started doing this shit. I really don't know how to explain this properly. Panty dropper. That's what he called it. That's what Gary calls it. He's Becky's friend. You guys know about him if you've watched these videos. Older guy, and he sells cologne and uh, perfume. And when I interviewed him about a year and a half ago, I think Gary's like 83. He sets up in the worst neighborhood in Detroit like it's nothing. Sells cologne. And he referred to a line of cologne for men as panty droppers. Have a good day, Susan. Yeah, super nice guy. Yeah, he's amazingly, yeah, he's a character. Gary's an interesting guy. The King's English, very refined. Everything's appropriate, nothing rude. I mean, Gary is a good guy. She is so lucky to have him. And he always calls me back. I won't talk to Gary for 8 months, wondering what's going on with Becky's cell phone's turned off. He'll get right back with me. If I don't answer the phone, he'll write me a nice text, let me know, pass my message along. Really, he's a good guy. Yeah, he really is, Sharon. Yep. See you, Mia. I'll spring for a chocolate pie for you, a chocolate cream pie, if you don't get compensated. Oh, it is Hey Pug, huh? Actually, that soap I bought from that lady down there in Saginaw the other day, I'm going to give it to Anthony tonight. That sandalwood soap. Good people everywhere. Yep, see you, Mia. Panty droppers. You know, that is quite an important sense, olfactory, how people smell. That's why when you look at somebody that's bragging about being married 40 years and you see their cologne and perfume bottles are just as full as they were when they gave them to them, you know they're full of shit. When you're young and dating, you're going through that damn shit like it's a glass of lemonade. Putting it on your ass, your face, your sides, your hands, your clothes. You get old and you got it locked up in the bag and you've been married 30 or 40 years. What's the use? Pheromones, you're right, Pug. Yeah, that's it, Philip. Yeah, that exploitation, most people don't really understand the true meaning of it. No kidding, Internew. It's the same with consent. No kidding, Internew. Yeah, that train left, yep. That's it, Sharon. Yeah. Oh, good, me candy. Oh, really, Philip? Now, is there any science to back this, or is this just something that you've gleaned on your own? Three layers of 3 layers of smell. Give me an example. That's what Mark Twain said. In a heated argument, there's nothing worse than a good example. 3 levels. Wow. Yeah, it's true, John. Yeah, you're right about that, John. I was thinking about that yesterday watching those ducks. Here, their whole lives are eating, flying north, flying south, trying not to get blown out of the sky. It's like, I want that life. The smell you taste when a person is left? It happens, Beefish, yeah. Yeah, I'm still looking for the virtue of aging. Anybody got help? Hey, Cheryl. Yeah, I think that's. Yeah, that does seem to be kind of a consensus that men age better than women, though, but I don't know if I'd hang my hat on it. I'll tell you one thing, I've thought of this before, and I thought of it just the other day, is what a huge advantage women have with makeup. Over the last couple of years, I've had a couple neighbors, I shit you not. I ran into them at Walmart without makeup, and I didn't even recognize them. You wouldn't think it'd make that much difference. And there's a couple girls on YouTube that, you look at them, it's like, wow, she's really cute. And then during the thing, they take out their teeth and wipe off their makeup, and it makes me want to get out a hunting gun. Yeah, it is, Hug, the feel-good chemical. Yeah, you're right, the feel-good chemical, hey, Pug. Yeah, I wish I thought that, George. Yeah, I got the same problem, light skin. Don't feel bad. Maybe we can go to the dermatologist together someday, meet Candy. We'll put Aldare on each other's face, which is a topical form of chemotherapy. I've used it before. Well, one thing with women that I notice sometimes, some get away with it better than others, is when, menopause, when that estrogen starts heading south, that softness. I know this sounds terrible but like when I look at these TikTok videos and I see these women, these young girls like dancing and stuff, the first thing that comes to mind is just an excess of estrogen, the soft features, and that skin. My sister had a couple facelifts. You would get a boob job? See, I don't like fake boobs in any way. I'd rather have a big old fake real tit, which is not a problem. Yeah, well, I mean, there's people, it's things that I've like, I don't want to say struggled, but things that I've thought about with women, and that's really thought provoking to me. Breast augmentation, and that a culture could get to the point where, by their own volition, that they get the size of their breast changed, and it's for a variety of reasons. I don't know whether that's good or bad. Oh, you got lucky in her, Neil. Yeah, but you're an attractive person, Meat Candy. You got a good personality, the way you answer questions, innuendos, respond to things, who you've avoided. Just listen to you talk on your Simca's like that on your videos you do. Yeah, I can. You can call Gary if you want. I'll get his phone number. Gary's a good guy. I think you'd really like him. Yeah, that's true, Rustic. First world problems. Isn't that the truth? Well, you nailed it. Yeah, big time. Oh, good. You got good genetics then. Boobs are like they're like anything else. Fingers, toes. I know society's changing. Everybody knows this, but I've seen young, pretty girls with like boobs of a older lady, and older women with great boobs. It's genetic. It's like firm. There's a lot to it, you know? Just because you're young doesn't mean you're going to have good boobs. Oh, you think so? Vanity. Yeah. Vanity. Yep. No, they were beautiful women. Yeah. Look at like Raquel Welch and some of those women. I like that old look myself too. Transvestite? Oh yeah, they'll do that. Yeah, I saw one thing where you were like showing your body, so they must have got you to take the bait on that. If you you wanted to defend yourself. Yeah, see, I don't really think Tom Brady's wife's attractive to me. To me, she's got masculine features like Donald Trump's wife. There's just something there that's a little off. Yeah, that's it, Rustic. Yeah. Oh, really, Penny? Oh, yeah, you do it. Yeah, no, Potato. That's interesting you say that. There's certain women like that. Arnold Schwarzenegger's wife, Brooke Shields. Something not right there either. I mean, it's kind of Wendy Williams lookish. They do, Rustic. They do. You're right. Yeah, that happens. That happens to me, Candy. Yeah, it happens. They catch you with an extra cup of that Anchorage supercharged coffee, and one of the chickens got out, and your cell phone's not working right, and then they say something like that. It's a culmination of things. It happens to everybody. Oh, you did hide it. Yeah, huge eyebrows. Yeah, you're right about that. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I don't really know much about it. Is that a transgender or something, that Linda Williams? What's going on there? Oh, is she cola? I didn't even follow this stuff with Aaron Andrews. I know this sounds terrible, but you know, when you're sitting out in left field and there's no consequences, you can afford to say what you feel. And honestly, I know you're going to think this is bad, and I'm no prize. I get it. I know. You don't need to rub it in. But honestly, I think that Aaron Andrews is heading south. I thought like 5 years ago that was like a 9.5. But boy, I've seen her lately, and that sounds bad, but it's not as good as it was. I'll tell you who's really looking old, Katie Couric. No, right, Simka. Maybe she was. Oh, they'll make fun. They are weirdos, me candy. Never. Never, Philip. Oh, really? Yeah, Tina Turner, she just had like a freak set of legs. I've just never been attracted to black women. I don't know why. I don't like green beans. You know, look up that Miranda Derrick. She's a dancer on TikTok. She's from Michigan, actually. Miranda Derrick on TikTok. Now, there is an attractive woman. And I like that lesbian, too, that does the treadmill commercials. Another beautiful woman. That's it, me candy. You can get it in like 3 seconds, Simka. But she's on other things other than TikTok. Miranda Derrick. Just type it in Google. Oh, do you think he's good looking? I think there's something off about him. I mean, he's not a bad looking guy, but no, I wouldn't say good looking. Good looking enough. He doesn't have that good of a body either. They just showed a picture of him and a couple buddies someplace at a beach, and he's got kind of like a weird body. Not muscular at all. I think he's a hell of a good guy. Oh, on YouTube, yeah, just a super, just, and can dance. My God. She makes those Dancing with Stars women look like they have Down syndrome. Yeah, she can really dance. Yeah, she seems to be. Yeah, he did. Actually, Drew Henson, who washed out in baseball and football, that's who they promoted when Brady was there. That's why it didn't work out for him like it could have. Yeah, Daisy's sleeping. You doing, hon? No, I'm that way too. Hey, Pug. Yeah, I think that too when I see some of these lists. You want to see some good-looking people? Look at the Summer Olympics. I mean, to me, that's like who's bullshitting who. Look at the Summer Olympics people. Yeah, that's all a bunch of made-up bullshit. Sexiest people. Oh yeah, Bruce Jenner, man, isn't that unbelievable? He was a good-looking guy when he was younger. Yeah, it's really weird. I don't think his ex-wife's pretty either. Yeah, it helps. Yeah, I think he allowed it to happen. I mean, just weird. They just strike me as people like if you went into the Jenners' basement when they were married and before he considered this stuff, you'd just see like all sorts of weird sex shit. Something's off there. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, college volleyball. Yeah. Yep. True. Same with those summer professional volleyball players. Big time rustic. Huge. Yeah, they do. Yep, big time. Sweet peas? Early on, I did. You know she died, Philip. You know that, right? Hey, Mary. We're partying. We had an Insomniac party last night. Some people just have good genetics. You know, they just have good bodies and they don't do a thing. Becky's an example of that. This is Little House on the Prairie hour. Yeah, it's true, Interneil, but I mean, that is true, but there's nothing like getting a hold of it before it's faded away. Yeah, it does, Simca. Do you really, Edward? No kidding. Yeah, I think you're right on that, Simka. See if you can swipe me a vial of testosterone while you're there, Mary. What do you have today for lunch? Granola with some goat's milk yogurt? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a problem. And we'll schedule it for me. Atta girl. Oh, you like that, huh? Oh, thank you, Hangover. How you doing? Yeah. Yeah, same with ketamine. Oh, no kidding, Edward. Hey, Conan. How you doing? Yeah, potential for abuse. Hey, George. Oh, finally starting to get a little of this rain. See, now today the freezing levels would be relatively low. I think it's like 42 degrees Fahrenheit per 1,000 feet. So you'd be up like 8,000 feet and you'd be picking up some ice going through these clouds. Yeah, up here it's like mixed bag. Oh, you got lucky, Internew. Yeah, that's a good question, Simka. She was on Saturday because she wanted to borrow soap. Oh, good, Conan. I don't usually eat lunch. Yeah, very cute, Brian. I agree. Yep. It was very cute. Hey, Bobby. You knock out some sleep? Well, avocado's good for you. That's the high fat that you want. Yeah, I wondered about that too, Cole. They said he couldn't have the puppy, so he went back there a week later with a baseball bat and said, "You want to bet?" Oh, really, Mama? Take a Z pack. Are you tired? Yeah, that's true, Frisky. Yeah, yeah, he did. Really, Mary? That bad? You better take that pill then. Get that Z pack. You don't want to scar the inside of those lungs. You'll be running a half mile instead of a mile. It's not worth it. Use a preemptive approach. Is your wife a smoker, Brian? Yeah, I've never had it. I've never had it. Yeah, I never had it. Sharon, Cheryl, how's your weather down there today? Oh, it is. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna have to check that out, Phil. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Even the birds aren't flying today. Hey, 82, how you doing? How's it going? Yeah, I like winter. Hope we get a normal winter. Well, woolly worms, what's that? Yeah, you got that, Simka. Simka, when do you think you'll actually be seeing Florida in your rear mirror for good? Oh, okay, 82. Try to keep awake. Yeah, you're right, Interneil. It's true. See you, Pug. Have a good day today. On who, Philip? Oh, okay. Congratulations. Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't followed that. That's a good question. I don't know. Oh, really, Internew? Yeah, White Boy Rick. Well, you're definitely going the right direction, Simca. Right, Colin. I hope it's not warmer. Yeah, I agree, 82, because they're mentally ill. They're stalkers. They have no life. They have nothing else to do. They won't fare well long term, though. I'm glad they're doing it in a weird way because it shows just how off the charts crazy these people are. How mean. Yeah, no, I believe it. Yeah, that's what it's gonna. Me too. Me too, Brian. Yeah, that's what I say, Frisky. Yep. Oh yeah, I believe it, Rose. Yeah, those Amish, man. I think differently about them now than I did a year ago. That's for sure. No, moving sucks. Hey, there's two bald eagles. See them? Two bald eagles right here. See them flying? These two bald eagles? Right here. Dang it. Tinder, I don't know anything about it, to be honest with you. I don't know anything about Tinder. Oh, I don't doubt that a bit, Meat Candy. Yeah, and did she add insult to injury by telling you that she was only trying to help you? 5 feet. 5 feet, E82. Yeah, believe me, I know that's true. Oh, yeah, she'll always deny it. That's better than telling you, though, she was only trying to help you. What goes around comes around, though. Her life sucks. Yeah, they are in Internew. Yep. Yeah, I'm glad you figured it out. That elevated you to instant moderator when you said that. What is Tinder? Isn't that like a sex site or something? Yeah, that's what I think, Simka. Yeah, me too. No, I was the same way. I had some great conversations with Tiffany. Now you know why she's 41, unemployed, living with a gay guy, and can't do anything about it. Playing with herself with a 62-year-old guy with 3 teeth in his mouth, living with his mother in the UK. Karma. She could do better, she would. Oh, sex contacts. Seriously, it caught karma. Really? Oh, there are, huh? Yeah, no kidding. You know, there's a groups, different groups of people out there. There are people out there that are into drama. It's obvious. Then there's another subset of people that say they're not into drama, but that's all they talk about is drama. So you have the people that admit it and the people that don't, but it's the same thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. I think it'd be boring, E82. 62-year-old sugar daddy. Yeah, that's right. Yep, right on, Paul. And most of these people are just so stupid, so boring. Yeah, I don't know who'd read it. I don't know who'd read it. Getting this rain now. Not complaining though. It's supposed to rain all night. Here comes No Country for Old Men pickup truck. Yeah, I love that movie. I watched that movie about 4 times. Yeah, you'll fall asleep. Use it as a sleep aid. Like these clouds, though. You remember that hangover lounge? Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Interneil. Well, you guys, I think I'm going to hit the road. Go home, watch Debbie Does Dallas for the 2,347th time. Make a ham sandwich. Look up Tinder. For all you Christians out there, I want you to pray that my hustler and my playboy safely arrives today without any bent corners. No, not Nimbus. Nope, no vertical development. Have a good day, Conan. Or are you 82? Thank you, Cheryl. Yeah, it was fun. Thank you. Right on there, Neil. You have a good day, Hangover. Yeah. All right, Godot. Hope you have a good day. See you, Frisky. Yeah, it's fun, me, Kenny. Have a good day. When I get home, I'm gonna Watch that video. Thank you. Oh, thank you, little George. Yep. See you, Cheryl. Okay. All right. It's getting windy now. Thank you, Interneil. See you, Brian. Take care, Philip. Yeah, I'm going to check that out. I'll check that out too. I haven't been on there in a while. Good. Okay, guys. Have a great day. Good as possible.